What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you everything black and gold, all day, every day. The Steelers are on a mission to improve and bring greatness back to Pittsburgh, and that means making bold moves in the offseason to stay ahead of the curve. Before we dive into today's exclusive report, do us a quick favor. Smash that like button to help push this video to more fans just like you. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any Steelers updates. Let's get into it, because the Steelers just made a significant move that tells us exactly how serious they are about contending. In 22-5, in a time of year that's usually quiet, the Steelers made noise. Pittsburgh has officially agreed to terms with veteran safety Deshawn Elliott on a new 3-year contract that will keep him in the Steel City, according to reports from NFL media. Elliott's new deal is worth $12.5 million, with a solid $9.21 million guaranteed. That's a clear sign that the front office sees Elliott as a crucial piece of the puzzle on defense. At 28 years old, Elliott was entering the final year of the 2-year, $6 million deal he signed last offseason. Instead of letting him play on a lame duck contract, the Steelers gave him long-term security and a raise to reward his stellar performance in 2024. Last season, Elliott set career highs with 108 tackles and 3 fumble recoveries. He also matched his personal best with 2 forced fumbles and 1 interception. Not bad for a former 6th-round pick. The Steelers' secondary now has a powerful mix of youth and experience. You've got Minkah Fitzpatrick, still one of the most respected names in the game. Add in veteran newcomer Darius Slay, 2nd year. Boundary corner Joey Porter Jr., and promising nickel corner Beanie Bishop Jr. And you're looking at a revamped unit that can hang with anyone in the AFC. And remember, this offseason the team added Juan Thornhill and Brandon Echols to the mix as well. This group is shaping up to be one of the most complete secondaries the Steelers have had in years. As good as this secondary looks, there's still a bit of a mystery at slot corner. Right now, Beanie Bishop Jr. is considered the favorite. He had 4 interceptions in his rookie season and flashed serious upside. But let's not forget that during the second half of last season, Cam Sutton came in and took over that role. With Sutton gone again and Brandon Echols signed to compete, the competition is back on. But here's where it gets interesting. Could the Steelers be looking to bring back an old friend? According to Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, the Steelers should be considered a logical landing spot for none other than Mike Hilton. Steelers Nation. You know the name. Hilton was an undrafted free agent who joined Pittsburgh back in 2016 and went on to become one of the most reliable slot corners in the NFL. From 2017 to 2020, he racked up 237 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 7 interceptions, and was a Swiss Army knife in the secondary. He left for Cincinnati in 2021, where he continued to produce, recording 6 interceptions across 64 games. But now, he's a free agent once again. And given his familiarity with the Steelers' defensive scheme, a reunion would make a ton of sense. Hilton still has that gritty, hard-nosed style that Pittsburgh loves. He's a fearless blitzer, a willing tackler in the run game, and a true leader, on and off the field. Plus, this late in the offseason, he'd likely come in on a team-friendly 1-year deal. And that's exactly the kind of low-risk, high-reward move that GM Omar Khan has built his reputation on. With Elliott extended and a potential Hilton reunion on the table, this defense might quietly be on the verge of becoming elite again. The pass rush is still anchored by TJ Watt. The secondary now has legitimate depth, and the linebacker group is faster and more versatile than it's been in years. Add to that the fact that the offense led by Aaron Rodgers should be able to stay on the field longer and put up more points, and suddenly this team looks playoff-ready. Remember, it's been a busy offseason in Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf was added via trade. George Pickens was shipped to Dallas. Veteran linemen and defensive backs have joined the fold. TJ Watt's contract talks are heating up. Now, with Elliott locked in and Hilton possibly back in the fold, it's clear the Steelers aren't done yet. Today, we need to talk about something that could define the next era of Pittsburgh Steelers football: the quarterback situation for 2026. Yes, we just signed Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he brings Hall of Fame experience, leadership, and excitement. But a new update has Steelers fans and front office execs alike thinking one thing: What's next? Rodgers appeared on the Pat McAfee Show this week and made headlines across the NFL. The 41-year-old quarterback hinted that 2025 will be his final season. That's right, 1 year in Pittsburgh, then likely retirement. As much as it hurts to think about, Rodgers could be a 1-year rental. Now, that doesn't mean this year can't be magical. With weapons like DK Metcalf, a strong run game, and one of the best defenses in the NFL, the Steelers are set up to make a serious playoff run. But what about beyond that? That's where things get interesting. The Steelers already took a swing at a developmental quarterback when they drafted Ohio State's Will Howard in the 6th round of the 2025 NFL Draft. Rodgers has said he wants to mentor Howard and help shape his growth. But let's be honest here, folks. As great as that sounds, Howard may not be the long-term answer. According to Pro Football Focus Nick Akridge, Howard lacks elite arm talent and is projected more as a solid backup than a franchise leader. And with Rodgers potentially walking away after this year, Pittsburgh needs to act fast. That brings us to the 2026 NFL Draft. Steelers Nation, get ready because it's in Pittsburgh. That's right, our city will be the center of the football universe from April 23rd to April 25th. And what better time to grab our QB of the future than right in front of our own fans? Let's talk about the top names. First, there's Arch Manning, the nephew of Peyton and Eli. Arch brings the pedigree, the arm, the smarts, and the spotlight. At 6'4" and 225 pounds, he looks the part. While his college reps have been limited at Texas, he's already shown flashes of brilliance. Through 12 games, he's thrown for 969 yards and 9 touchdowns. He enters the 2025 college season as FanDuel's preseason Heisman favorite if he lights it up this year and declares, "There's no doubt he'll be one of the most talked-about QB prospects in recent memory." Wouldn't it be poetic for the Steelers to take him in their own backyard? But if Arch doesn't declare, or if the Steelers don't have the draft position to land him, another exciting name is Lenora Sellers out of South Carolina. This guy is a dual-threat nightmare, minus 6'3", 242 pounds. A bulldozer with a cannon for an arm. In just 2 seasons, Sellers has racked up 3,345 total yards and Shabbat touchdowns. That includes 725 rushing yards, making him a legitimate threat on the ground. And with South Carolina promoting Mike Shula, former Panthers OC during Cam Newton's MVP season, to offensive coordinator and QB coach, Sellers could absolutely explode in 22-5. Imagine a QB with Cam Newton-like ability under center in Pittsburgh. And let's not forget, Pittsburgh has options beyond those two. There are always fast risers during the college season. Guys who take the leap, rise up draft boards, and become surprise franchise leaders. Think Joe Burrow. Think Zach Wilson. It happens every year. What the Steelers need to do now is simple. Start preparing. Scouting needs to go into overdrive. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and general manager Omar Khan must create a detailed evaluation plan. Attend games, talk to coaches, work through every scenario because quarterback is not a position you leave to chance. This is also where Aaron Rodgers can play a unique role. Even if it's just for 1 season, his presence can help set the culture in the QB room. He's already mentoring Howard. He can also help identify what traits work and don't work at the next level. That input could be valuable come draft time. Now, Steelers fans may wonder, why talk about next year already? Isn't this a distraction? No, it's the opposite. It's smart team building. You always have to be looking 2 steps ahead in the NFL, especially at quarterback. Rodgers may be the present, but the future must be shaped now. And again, the 2026 draft will be special. It's in Pittsburgh. The crowd, the energy, the anticipation. This could be the moment we define the next decade of Steelers football. Do we go with the Manning legacy and gamble on upside? Do we take the dual-threat wrecking ball in Sellers? Or will Omar Khan unearth another diamond in the rough? Steelers Nation, this team is Ulan. They just re-signed a rising star safety. They're exploring veteran additions at positions of need. And they've got a Hall of Fame quarterback under center. This defense is dangerous. And if the offense holds up its end, Pittsburgh might just shock the AFC in 2025. But now, we want to hear from you. Do you like the Deshawn Elliott extension? Would you support a Mike Hilton reunion in Pittsburgh? And more importantly, do you think this defense is finally ready to dominate again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and before you go. Don't forget, like this video if you love seeing the black and gold making smart moves. Subscribe to the channel for daily Steelers news. And turn on those notifications so you never miss a moment. Thanks for watching. Steelers family, let's go get that 7th Lombardi. Here we go.